Be very careful with what you say next.
I really hope that. I thought he said he already went live, and all
No.
first thing they're gonna hear.
And his name is Jonathan. Oh, no, no, no. It was. I was hovering over the Jerry one. I'm like, probably not. No.
Probably not a good call, no.
Oh, I said it last time. I have the soundboard in Discord muted.
Yeah. So there you go.
I learned my lesson real fast with my other friend group.
Oh, you can. I'll have to figure out because we can upload sounds into here, and that would be hilarious.
Yep.
Yep.
What in the world?
I hate all of this.
You hate all of this. It's just there.
Bassy.
Right, we're live. I'm ready when y'all are.
Okay. Are we streaming?
Yeah.
Or are we good?
We're live. I didn't send a message
Okay.
to the Discord yet. I'll get on that as soon as I'm done eating.
Okay.
The bad thing about
How
him
we start
muting
this
those,
entire thing off?
we're all gonna be hearing them and reacting, and there's just gonna be silence on the stream.
Oh, yep.
I can unmute it if you'd like, but one
No,
mistake
no,
and I'm
no,
muting it back up.
We're good. We're good. Now that we got all the hijinks and hilarity on my end all out of here. Oh man, I was about to do the thing that I always did for my own little podcast, and I can't do that on here. Anyways, hello everybody. Welcome back to session 2 of Origin. So Origin Tales, where all of my players like to eat lots of food and touch things that slowly consume them from the outside in
Look,
or inside
It's
out.
not our fault you live in like the worst time zone possible for the rest of us who are playing in the campaign.
I
Yeah, I'm
live in a
doing good.
fantastic.
I'm wearing my nice new necklace, and nothing's happened to me.
Yeah.
I
Dude,
am living
I didn't know all that ramen was gonna consume your soul from the inside out. You
always
shouldn't have eaten all that.
100%. But anyways, we need to find out what happened last time, so I'm gonna roll.
Not a
So like I
damn thing.
said, Svenja, you are exempt from this because you didn't know. Xylo, since you are here today for the session and you had no idea what the ever bleep went on last time, you are also exempt. So Alavar, Bracken, and Poppers, since Poppers you did hop in on the end, I'm rolling between you three. 1, 2, and 3. I got number 3. So Poppers, I know you hopped in on the end, but you want to give everybody a rundown of everything that happened. Okay, I need specific details from the beginning to the end of the session, and go.
Okay, so
Amazing.
we found a cursed amulet, yeah? And I forget who it was,
Doing
but
great, buddy.
So I'm not
Alavar-
laughing at you, I'm
no,
laughing at
Alavar
my
identified
chat.
it.
Go ahead.
Yeah, and then we docked.
Keep going.
We went to the tavern, got some food. Torden is really liked the owner, so we got some rooms. And then when we came back down, there was someone that was asking for us. Yes.
Good highlights, yeah. Anybody have
tropes.
anything to add onto that, or you just want to go with that?
You just go with that.
Just go with that. Okay, cool.
Yeah, that's more or less, yeah.
Yeah, more or less. You are all currently having rooms at the Stunted Crow, which is where you're at right now. You decided, at least one of you, to look into a medallion that
Yeah.
was linked to something
Look,
that
man.
it was. Look back and it was a whole thing. And as you were all finishing up, you had a long night's rest, And in the morning, when you all came down, there is what appears to be what you can only assume is a messenger in the blue and silver coloring of the Paradox Dream. And we are going to start there. So, hello everyone. What would you like to do?
So it was just a messenger. It wasn't the guy himself.
You don't know. There's just a guy standing out there in the colors of blue and silver of the Paradox Dream.
Oh, right. And they were talking to, man, I remembered her name until I needed to use it. Duva.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Xylo will, not knowing exactly the situation, will kind of just hide in the rafters. He kind of flies up, and as hidden as he can, he kind of just wants to observe what's going to happen with this character, while the others are just doing their own thing.
In that case, make me a quick, fast stealth check.
All right.
This is just later that day, or is this a whole new
This
day?
is a whole brand new morning. You guys all ate and did things and got yourselves the equivalent of a long rest. The only one that didn't, he knows why.
What? What?
Apparently he doesn't.
I don't know if it was me or not.
Remember your whole fun dream sequence and
Yeah.
yeah.
I
Yeah,
thought I
what
got
was-
a rest
can you-
from that.
I forgot. What was the? Can you describe to me the two dreams? I forget what the first one and the second one was.
Well, it was just the one dream, and what he ended up rolling on there was a fever dream that kept waking him up because of
Because I kept replaying that
yes,
the thing over and over in my mind.
trying to
my
look
mind.
at this woman's face and her, and because of that, you did not get the benefits of a long
Yeah, that
rest.
was the night before. I'm fine.
That was last night.
No, it was the night still on the ship. Remember, because the fight happened, and I did that right after the fight, and then we went to finish our long rest the day of the fight while we were still on the ship going into dock the next morning, and I replayed over and over and over while we were still on the boat, and then we docked, and all of a sudden it was not a problem anymore.
So
Then
he hasn't had a dream.
I sit corrected. Everybody's had a long rest.
Oh, he didn't have another dream.
No,
No.
not yet. We're gonna see what
Not
happens
Not
tonight.
yet.
Well, yes, exactly. We'll see if he gets to have some more fun dreams. So yes, the young man is currently because it is a young man. Looks to be a young human. I want to say early teens. I want about 15 or so, and is currently chatting with Duva, and she nods and looks over and looks towards the direction of the stairs, and does she see anyone with a 14? Does she? What does she get? Past a perception of a 12. No, she doesn't quite catch you. She's not actively looking for you, so no. She doesn't see. She doesn't see you.
So, basically, what I'm seeing is, are there other patrons here as well?
It's the morning, so there are assorted in I love words. There's an assorted grouping of early morning workers. It looks like a couple other occupants of the tavern itself, due to the other rooms that are for rent. And it's not a whole bunch of people. I want to say at most maybe 5 or 6, just
Okay.
assorted.
Yeah, Xylo will quickly take in note of all of them, and then just kind of hide up in the rafters, waiting to see when. I'm assuming I'm the first one down since I'm just the first one talking. If that's okay.
If you've
see a
beaten everybody.
ranger in the dark corner.
No, I will just sit in the rafters and wait for the other people I've arrived with to come down and then see what they do, and then interact with them however they do fit.
I guess I
Okay.
can probably start making my way down after the rest.
I would have eaten by now,
Yeah.
since I don't want like everyone staring at me eat.
Ate up in your room, or
Well,
Yeah, probably just to avoid that whole like, ew, he's eating raw food thing.
Mm-hmm.
gotcha. Okay. Then forever, whoever comes down. Duva just pointing your direction, and the young man gives
I'll go ahead and
her
take
a
it.
slight bow and starts to walk over towards whoever is first in line, and goes,
yeah, I was like, I think Bracken's probably a pretty early riser, so yeah, he would be coming down.
Let's say Bracken and I are there together, I guess.
Um,
Sound good?
"Okay."
Yeah.
I come down behind, probably.
Cool.
Excuse me. Are you the individuals who came in on the Excalibur last night, by any chance?
Yes, we are.
Good. And pulls out a parchment and hands it over, and goes, my master would like to speak with you at your earliest convenience. I believe he is available at any time today. Just show that to the guards out front. It'll allow you to enter in. You do know where the Paradox Dreams Hall is, right?
I would like to insight check earliest convenience to see if that's niceties for get your butt over there right now.
Go ahead and get an insight check.
And I know, like, I had asked Duva kind of about the Paradox Dream, but I don't remember if she explicitly gave me directions.
No,
but I
more
know- I
like
know
she
I'd
gave
asked
you,
about it.
she gave the names. She gave the names of the three factions, the faction heads, the three major parts of the Immortal Sun, but not actually where they were.
Okay.
With a 14,
Yeah.
he
14 was the one.
generally seems like just conveying what he was told, which was at their earliest convenience, and he seems kind of more anxious to get on his way, like he's got other things to do, like, hey, I got to get going, I got to earn money,
Alright.
but not being rude about it.
Yeah,
I
just
will
kinda,
take the scroll.
just-
Okay.
Go ahead, Bracken.
Yeah, I was still kind of yawning and like wiping, like kind of like when you have to like pick like sleep out of your eyes.
Yep.
He's kind of like doing that with like just kind of idly, and he's just yawns and. Oh well, we do have a general idea of the area, but we are rather new here, so directions would be appreciated.
Oh, so, and he goes out towards the nearest window, and he points out and he goes, so you're gonna go down to the central square, and then from here it's gonna be your second right, and then you can't miss it. It's a 3-story building with these colors on it.
Look up at the little dragonfly floating around. You got all that? We'll figure it out.
I think I've got it. Yes. So when you say city square, is it down another street or just on the square itself?
It's just, it's along the road. It's its own. You'll see it. Aster likes to be in the center of where everybody travels by, so that way if anybody needs to get a hold of him, he's right there, and if he needs to get a hold of anybody, well, no one has an excuse to tell him no. And he kind of looks down at his, you know, like the, yeah, my boss is kind of one of those guys. Like, yeah, he's gonna find you.
Okay. All right.
Seemed like a very, very pointed statement. Rest assured, we will gladly meet with him. But first things first, and I'll go up to Duva and inquire about some breakfast.
So I got regular stuff right here. You got your omelets, you got your oatmeal, you got juice, you got coffee, tea if you want it. I do have some steaks I can make up from last night, but that's about humble, nice stuff. Why?
Just an omelet sounds great, actually. I haven't had one of those in quite a while.
Do you want anything in it or just cheese?
Just cheese will be fine.
Okay, cheese and alright, you go sit at the table, I'll get it to you. And whatever else the rest of you want. Otherwise, I'll just send Lydia over with everything. And she turns around and walks over and starts starts making food. While Alvar, you're still talking with the young man. Is there anything else? I have other deliveries I need to get to.
I think I'm satisfied. Is there anything else you guys would like to ask? I'll take the
Is
resounding.
there anything we should know or be aware of before we go meet them?
Are you asking me, sir? Are you asking me, sir? He's the faction leader of the Paradox Dream. He's kind of the guy around here. Be respectful. It's a big thing. I mean, manners, kind of a thing everywhere, right?
Should we be getting him a gift or something?
I mean, if you want to.
It's like a token of patronage.
All I know is he said to go here and find whoever it was that was on the same airship that came in, and to get them to show up as soon as they were able. But if I was you, I'd make it more sooner than later. But that's just me. He's a busy guy, so it's whatever. But I really gotta go.
Go take care of your other deliveries. We'll figure it out from here. Thank you.
Thank you.
What was your name?
Oh, Thomas.
Thomas.
And he gives a slight bow to everyone, and then hurries out the door. He snags what looks to be almost like not really a toaster strudel, but something that looks to be like something with icing on it. From there, that Duva sets down, and he takes it and gives a wave, and then literally just as soon as he goes out the door, you just see him start running.
Busy man.
Oh, he is. He's always. I don't think I ever see him slow down until he has to eat. He's a busy boy. He's got a bright future. He does. So, you wanted breakfast? I got omelet for you, and like I told him, I got eggs I can make up for you however you want. I got some steaks from last night, and oatmeal, tea, coffee, sausages, fruits, whatever you like. Don't all speak up at once. I mean, it's not like I can read your mind.
I already ate.
Kai, you already ate. Strange, but whatever.
At this point, Xylo kind of like drops down from the rafters. I don't know if anyone's passive perception is higher than his stealth that he rolled, but kind of just drops down after hearing all that and says, I'll take some fruit if you have any of those, preferably strawberries."
Can you not be up my rafters again? Because now there's dust everywhere. And she takes a towel and she starts wiping off the dust that's right on the counter near where you landed.
As soon as she starts doing that,
It's
I'm like immediately hide my I have a gigantically brimmed hat. And Zylo just like takes the edge of it and like hides his face under it. He's like, "I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to get the dust down here. I just didn't want to be interacting with a lot of people." And I just anyways, and he slams 2 gold on the counter and he's just like, "Please, the fruit. Thank you. Bye." And he runs over to like the farthest table he can find.
Okay. He's
Actually, right when the messenger left, I like bolted up to my room to make a potion as a gift.
okay. Go ahead and roll me an intelligence check. And add your proficiency modifier just to see what you end up with. Just to see if you make anything fun.
This will only go poorly.
It'll only go great. I love it.
You see, Bracken was just kind of sitting at the table that Duva told him to sit at for breakfast, kind of droopy-eyed, kind of doing like a slow blink, but like one eye's like offset of the timing from one another. And then when Zylo just like falls down off the rafters, he just gives a little and it's like awake. Like, I'm up.
I love it. With a 20, you quickly put something together and you take a whiff of it, and it smells. I want to say almost like a perfume. Like, I don't know what you did, but you toss it all together, and it's very nice smelling. However, when you take a little bit of it and attempt to, dab it onto your wrist like that, it splashes against you, and your skin starts to itch, and then it starts to blister. So it smells really good. But as you try to put it on, it's like, ow.
That just needs a warning label. I put a cork in it. I run back down.
Hey, not bad for a 20 with that. Like that's good. That's pretty good. You all can take this time. Obviously, whatever you wanted to eat and drink, you can. It's brought out to you. The only addition to the serving staff that's strange is, one, you don't see Lily. You gain the fact that she's going to be possibly taking over for the lunch and to dinner to stagger things for her mother. What is there of interest is what looks to be... why is the name escaping me? Not the robot. What is the race, please?
Warforged.
Warforged. A very short looking, he's only about like 2 feet tall looking Warforged, and he's this almost rail thin sort of looking thing, and he goes over and then extends his legs to get up to the counter where the food is, grabs the food, then slowly sinks back down, and then waddles over to where everybody is, raises himself up, puts it down, and then you can kind of hear a "enjoy your breakfast," and then waddle back over there, and continues to do that to everybody.
I love this guy.
Do we have to save this thing? Is it like imprisoned here?
I don't know. Do you say that out loud to everybody?
That was out of character.
Okay, I'm just saying, if you want to say that out loud to everybody, by all means, have fun.
It's a rather odd design. Why not just make his legs longer to begin with?
Well, I guess it would make it more efficient in terms of getting down to shorter places.
Sure. I suppose.
By the way, I don't know if we've actually formally met. My name is Zylo Bombaladia. Are you guys planning on accepting the invitation extended to you earlier today?
Oh yes, I remember you from the ship. You were flying above the mast earlier, and then you ran off when the battle was done.
Oh, so you saw that? Okay. Um, yeah, I guess you could say I ran off. Listen, I'm not the most.
I know. How do you do that?
What do you
You
mean?
know, the the flying.
Well, you see, and he kind of flaps his wings. His wings kind of form like a velvet cloak around him, so sometimes they can get mixed in. Plus, with the all black coloration of his skin, it kind of just all blends together. But he does have wings, and he kind of just flutters them a little bit. It's kind
I
of
pull
what I was
out
doing.
my like raggedy like crow wings. I'm like, I have wings too, but I just can't get a hang of it.
Hmm. Well, I don't know. You are indeed a Kenku, correct?
Yeah.
Well, it is famously known that the Kenku are a flightless species. Are you aware of that?
I just like tilt my head.
Wah, wah, wah.
Like,
That's all I can think of.
like, oh no, I'm not really equipped with handling this conversation. Hey,
I've never met another Kenku, so
You've never met another Kinku?
no.
Where were you born? You had to at least known at least one by default.
No, I was adopted. I don't remember my parents.
Well, this
Uh-oh,
got suddenly
that's-
dark.
That's unfortunate, actually. I feel a little bad.
Oh, my foster parents were great.
when is the food coming over? I want to bury my face in it.
Around that time, there is a zzz, clatter. Zzz, enjoy your breakfast. Zzz, ding, 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 ding.
he would ask or try to stop. Excuse me. Do you have a name, little robot man?
Turns around, walks back over to you, zzz, gets right up to almost eye level with you. My designation is MT. How can I help you?
Empty. Nice.
I was.
If
just
you want the
curious.
spelling, that's capital M dash T E E.
Oh, okay. I was
Interesting.
spelling it wrong,
I'll take it.
which is sad. Well, nice to meet you, MT. My name is Bracken. I was simply curious. I noticed that your appendages can extend. Can you not simply have them extended all the time and retract them when needed?
I am sorry. Is there something I can help you with? Why is this of importance to your meal?
I like to pepper my breakfast with idle chatter. This is helping me enjoy myself.
I do not know. I have been this way for as long as I remember. I function at 86.3% efficiency. It works. And kind of turns around, does the zzz. Is there
Ah,
something
well.
else I can get for you?
No, I think I'm good. I appreciate it, and 86 is good enough. You shouldn't worry about the rest. You are working just fine. I was just curious.
Enjoy your meal. And then collapses down and waddles up.
I'm not gonna do that.
Kind of looks at the rest of the table. It's like, did that answer everyone's questions?
Xylo
didn't know
currently
I
has
had
a
any.
mouthful of fruit.
Everybody's staring deadpan at you, slowly eating.
Just please stop staring at me.
I did want to ask before we meet Mr. Bundrago, what is everyone's intentions with this meeting? Obviously, we've been summoned, but what are all of your plans for here in Origin?
You hear a audible swallow from Xylo, and as he kind of perks up, just like, I mean, I have intentions to test designs of my own here in Origin, but primarily it was an experiment set up by my dad to make, he gestures around the table at the fellows who he's sitting with, relationships with like-minded individuals. I'm gonna stop talking now. Goes back to eating more fruit.
Your father sent you on an experiment to meet people?
Less of an experiment and more of a reason for me to get out of the house, I guess you could say.
Ah, I see. That does make more sense. There's a lot of variables if you were going to make this a true experiment.
I think that was the point. It's not supposed to be an easy one, as far as I'm aware. Origin is new and deadly and unknown, so
Am I
why else
able
would
to
I be
roll an
here?
insight? See if I've heard of anything about Xylo.
Oh, I like this. Okay, cool. I can go to my players now. I can go to Xylo. All right. And so everybody watching the stream, what I asked for all of my players was
Correction, what I asked for all of his players.
fine. What Mr. I'm slowly turning into the Walking Dead is wanting from everybody is a set of rumors. A good rumor, a bad rumor, an embarrassing rumor, or a fake rumor. The only people that know what is what are myself and the player. So, if you're going to roll an insight, go ahead and roll insight, and then I'm going to roll a d4 and see what you may have heard. What did we get? 13. With your 13... Oh. Are you done typing, Silo?
I didn't type anything, sorry.
Okay. I was like, okay.
No.
What you have heard just from a little bit of talk on the Excalibur, it seems as though he's used a large portion of his money that he came with to help a lot of people, especially those that are going to or from Origin. But it seems as though his name is known enough that he has contributed to some of the stuff that's gone on here in Origin, and that's basically all you get with a 13.
Okay.
But I don't really feel comfortable talking about myself all that much. What about you guys? I don't suppose you guys have vastly important reasons to be in Origin, do you?
I'm doing research for a book that I'm writing.
Research? What kind of research?
Just finding out as much as I can about fauna and wildlife. Some of the locals here as well.
Well, it doesn't really seem like a place that doesn't hold an abundance of those things. Looking around at all like the animal-like decorations and stuff like that.
There's a whole continent to explore still.
I'm here to spread the word of my people and maybe make a better place for them and us.
I'm here to unlock the mysteries of creation and use my craft to build machines to improve the lives of everyone on this world. But, nothing important.
Well, if that's nothing important, then that's rather an understatement.
I
in
want to
my
insight
opinion.
check the nothing important part. That was sketch.
Okay.
I'm not
Nothing
here for
important.
anything important. Then why the hell are you here?
Okay. Insight check.
Damn. Wait, what? I
Was it
rolled a 2
13?
on my screen. I'll take it.
Insight. Hey, you know what? It says okay. And that was for Xylo? Okay.
No, that was for
Yeah.
Brecken.
That was weird.
Oh, wait, for Bracken.
Yeah.
Oh, sweet, cool, awesome.
I was like, I didn't say that.
Yeah, I rolled a 2 on my screen. I don't know where I got the 13 from.
I don't know either. So for you're inciting him with his...
He said he was here for nothing important. I want to know if that's true or not. And or whatever rumor that I might find.
Just because of the way he's talking,
Yeah.
you don't know if you're attributing to the fact that he might be older, and so he might be rambling on, as old people like to do, or it's because he's not very social. So you don't know if he's just old and doesn't really know what he's talking about because he's rambling, or if he's just very awkward because of that. You don't know if he's just spouting nonsense or not.
So, I'd have to roll, like, privately, I guess, because I don't want to, like, I was going to see if I could roll either persuasion or deception against his insight.
Are you trying to be deceptive?
No, I just don't want him to know which one it is.
Oh well, he doesn't know. That was with a 13 based off of one of the rumors where he rolled and what I rolled.
Right.
He does nobody knows. I'm not telling you what it is. I'm just I just picked on the roll what that rumor was and
Okay.
gave the
Wait,
information
what?
based on the DC.
Damn.
Wow. My
Yeah,
dice
it
on
just
D20,
ties right in.
My dice on D20 said 19, but then it was a 1 for some reason.
Yeah,
Anyway,
you see, it's
Oh.
weird.
Yeah, weird. 2 to
Yeah.
13, 19 to 1. I don't know what's going on here,
That's-
guys.
I don't know,
Just-
man.
Well, like the physical dice that D&D shows when you
Yeah.
roll, but the text was a 1, so
Yeah,
I
it
mean,
does
I guess
that.
D&D Beyond has got a graphic problem.
Yeah.
But no, yeah. So it would you would kind of pick up that Xylo's like said something like Xylo mentioned something about our reasons not being important, and you kind of clock that like Bracken like took offense to that because of course the stuff he's doing is important. So it was kind of a jab at what Xylo had said.
Would Xylo understand this, or was he just completely oblivious?
I mean, I rolled a 1, so you would probably like he would do this with like an eye roll, and like he would be overtly sarcastic when he said that.
which you attribute to him being possibly older than he looks and not really social
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah.
with the
Yeah.
one.
Yeah,
So it tracks.
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm just kind of relocating, I guess you could say, my business.
Your business?
Ah, Poppy's Potions. I hand him like a business card.
Oh, I thought you were gonna hand him the thing that you made. And I was gonna be like, oh,
Yeah, try this.
I just made it.
I'm good.
Oh, I have way too many artificers in this group. It's gonna be nothing but. Would you like to make a potion? Yes. Did it work?
Yeah, yeah. It's sure a potion.
Mm-hmm. Please continue.
Nothing else to say.
Yeah, that's it. I'm just relocating.
I think that was everybody that was here, I guess.
Okay. As you're all talking and you are finishing up, Duva does come over and collects the plates, refills some drinks, and then looks at all of you and goes, "So, what's the plan for the rest of the day? It's gonna loiter around here. I mean, looks as though Thomas just gave you something, quite possibly from, Boss Man himself."
Yes,
I wouldn't. If I was. Listen, dearies, I wouldn't keep Bundrigo waiting that long. All right, it's already. It's after breakfast time. All right, you got a few hours to lunch. Like, I know he's a busy man, but if he wants to see you, it's kind of important you go and do it. Just, I'm throwing it out there. All right, you do you. I got no control of you. You do what you want. But just saying, from personal experience, don't. Go see the man. The sooner you get done, the sooner you can go off and explore and go and see. You haven't even seen. Have you even seen the rest of Origin yet, or you just come here?
We just came here. I think we're headed that way.
Yeah, we
Came
just
right
came
here.
here.
All right. So, my suggestion. Hi, listen to the old woman. Go talk to Bundrigo. All right. Let him do whatever it is he's got to do. Talk to you. Reward you, punish you, whatever. I don't care, don't know. Just do it. Get it over with. And then go explore. I mean, you're all young. This is a new, bustling, well, not really new, but newish settlement, right? Lots of adventure out there. Lots of different things. People looking for things, all right? I hear they got some stuff out there that you can go and people looking for different parts for different things, whether it's to make potions or armor or weapons, possibly even I heard stuff like there's this new thing I heard about that there's like this orb sort of thing, and you can collect an essence. I think it's essence.
Yeah,
Empty,
wasn't
what
it
was it? And he just kind of looks up at her and just kind of tilts his head a little bit. Yeah, that's right.
Oh wait,
Essence of whatever you fight, right? And you can put that into your armor or put that into like your weapon, and it does something. I'm not an adventuring girl, never was, right? I'd prefer here, do more craft, making food, make them happy, slap people side the head occasionally when they're being too much of a wanker, but
I think
That's
I
about
saw it. Something like that earlier. It was written. It was. I gotta think of the name. What was it? It was something ended with a Z. Ah, darn, I forget. Oh, it was these
Don't do it.
these essence collectors.
for a second there, I thought you were gonna try to pull a fast one on me, and I was gonna have to hit you, but
Yeah,
I
we
think
all
you're being
kind of-
honest right now. So
we
I'm
all-
not sure what they're called. I'll just know that they collect essence and they're like this little ball. And she's holding up her hands and she's making like measurements that look to be about like a diameter of about 2 inches. Like from what she's miming with her hands. But that's not really my thing. I mean, you can go to the blacksmith or but I know you could go over to the Blackwing Buckle Turva. She does lots of stuff. She might know more about that. Or you can go see Anne over at the Olive Pestle. But she's alchemist, right? Maybe Gems, Jewel, and Jade. But Mr. Tattersall, I don't know. Maybe he might know. But I mean, you just go around and talk to people. They might know more. But that's something, right? You can go out and do all these things. So first, we talk to Bundrigo, and then you go out and explore. Maybe spend whatever gold you got. All right, there's lots of good food out there. Not as good as mine, but lots of good food out there. And yeah, that's really all. At least that's what I'll do. I might do it later. I don't know. I might stay here.
Interesting.
That does all
where-
sound like a great plan.
Where
Well-
can we get some of these orbs, the essence orbs, if we want to purchase them?
I don't know. I would start over. I'd say maybe you can talk to Vendrigo. I mean, that's he's in charge of all this stuff, right? That seems to be a good way. You can ask him, or if he doesn't really know, which would be really weird. Start over at the Blackwing Buckle with Turva. She might be able to
Okay.
tell you. But and dishes aren't gonna clean themselves, and I can't trust MT to actually do any of that. So I'm gonna go do that. All right, you lot have a good day, and I'll see you later for lunch, maybe, or supper. Right? All right. And she collects the rest of the stuff and walks off, and you can kind of see her gesturing over towards MT to do a couple things. And every once in a while, he starts to do it, then he'll stop and he'll look at her and almost seem to like hiccup and shudder for a second, and then he'll go back to doing it. So 80 some odd % efficiency. He gets some stuff done, but every once in a while, it's just a blank. So
Yeah, as soon as she walks away, I think like Bracken's gonna like lean in close to the table and like motion everybody to like lean in. We should all be very wary of this Duvamil. She just laid out step for step my entire plan for this day, and I mentioned none of it to her beforehand.
She does own the place, so maybe she's got ears everywhere.
everybody make me a perception check real quick.
We're slowly going insane.
It was a quick perception check. 9, 5,
Oh god!
19.
We're doing great.
Well, Mom,
One more.
working on it. Hold on.
She has.
I forgot my
cameras.
character wasn't in my sheet. Like, so I just have to do it on D&B Beyond. Give me a second.
Well, if you've linked it, then you can just use D&D Beyond, and it'll do it for you.
That's the plan.
Sweet. Okay. So Xylo, Halavar, Bracken, you're all looking around. Svenja, you look over towards the direction of where Duva walked, and out of the corner of your perception, you just you could have sworn that MT was looking at you. Poppers. While you were having that entire conversation, MT was just staring at every single one of you. And then as soon as you turned and looked, he kind of shuddered a little bit and then went and continued on with what he was doing. Whatever the rest of you were just looking around like, does she have eyes everywhere? What? Where the two of you, one almost caught it, and definitely with the 19 poppers, you caught right on there. And it's just, kind of like what it is, like almost like what like the rival look on anime where it's just electricity just.
I kind of
Amazing.
clock Svenja also, like, kind of catching wind of that. Do you see that? He was most certainly just staring at us. Kinda gave me the creeps.
Yes, you should also be wary of any machines that can talk with that degree of sentience. It's very this tavern is very suspicious. Everyone be on your toes.
Okay, you don't have to tell me twice. He starts grabbing at his weapon.
Yeah, let's make the highly anxious one even more anxious. That's great. Here we go, guys.
I stand up on my toes. I'm ready.
Yeah.
Where are we going?
I think it's time for a change of scenery myself. To
I have no more fruit to hide my face in, so
Bundrigos.
agreed.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah, so
I
I
am
guess as
ready.
party we move.
I took excellent, or it's Alivar took excellent notes on how to get there, so I guess I'll lead the way.
Okay. Do you remember where to go?
Yeah, you go straight down a street, go to the city center, and we'll see it when we get there.
Hey, I had an idea for like notes and stuff.
Yeah.
Would you guys just want to like work on a Google Doc so we can all like see it and type stuff and add things to it as we go?
We can.
I mean, I've got a notepad open that I just keep all my notes on, right?
I have a
I
Google
just
Doc
use
that I'm using for my
DVR.
inventory, but
If you want a communal one that we can all stuff to, then I mean, I'm not opposed to it, but
Yeah.
I'm kind of got them on my own right
yeah.
Yeah, maybe we just put it together. We could always just we put it together at the end.
Yeah. We'll figure it out after the session, I guess.
Yeah. I forgot to mention it before the session, and it just hit me when we were all talking about. Well, someone wrote down the way to get there.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not opposed to more notes.
Yeah. I think between like 4 of us all writing down notes as they come along, we'll have most everything written down, but
Yeah.
it's not a bad idea.
Yeah.
All right. 2 Bundrigos.
I agree.
Alivar is taking the lead, but Bracken will still just be like, well, all right, Brack, show us the way. Alivar, you're going the wrong way.
I'm not.
Yeah, see, perfect sense of direction. What are you doing?
I like to imagine that they take a loop around a building and I go around on the other side of it and we meet back up on the other side. It's like, see, we're all here.
If Brick-a-Brack could stick his tongue out at you, he probably would be right about now.
Look, we went the right way. I don't know what to tell you, man.
Well, we better stick close to Alivar so he doesn't get lost.
Alright, no skin contact. As I just write on a piece of paper and stick it to my bottle.
Good, that's good. So all it's on there is just no skin contact. That's it. Just right on the bottle. Oh, I love that so much.
Right.
It's just so like random.
Oh, there. I needed to add that to my notes. There we go. Okay. Don't go that. There we go.
All right. So when we get to the city center, do we see the building that they were talking about?
The second ride over, you do see it down there. It is very hard to miss as it is very ornately decorated with big billowing flags, and there's a lot of individuals, a lot of traffic that actually seems to go and head either right next to or right through this almost little side entrance where there are what appear to be clerks and what not for helpers out there, either talking, accepting goods, writing down notes on things, and overall talking with what you can see is a set of 4 very large Goliath guards that are very vigilant and looking around as they're standing right near where these individuals are. Like, each of them is at least like 10, almost 11 feet tall. Big, huge war hammers and axes, just keeping guard.
So about double the height of Xylo. Got it. He hides behind Svenja just the entire way towards this area. I'm pretty sure he's the tallest one out of all of us here.
Well, I mean, aside from, the one that is here but isn't, Torden.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's true. Sure.
And so you see this all. It's crowded but not. If you wanted to get in line to go, you can. If you'd rather do something else, the world is yours.
Is there any other, like, I guess there's a line to like enter the building? Is there any kind of other windows or other entrances we could go to?
A good 25, 30 feet up, there look to be different windows of a sort, but the entire place seems to have a barrier around it as evidence of different rods that are sticking into the ground around it that are glowing, and you do catch out of the corner of your eye an animal heading towards to try to go for some grass and hitting its head off of what appears to be an invisible dome.
Oh, okay. But there's no other, you know, like when you go to a Six Flags or something, and there's like the general admission line, and then there's a VIP line.
Yes, there does appear to be several different lines. One of just people going through or communicating, and then there seems to be one off to the side with its own set of guards. These look to be one is half orc, one is a turtle, and are checking things, checking pieces of paper on individuals and slowly letting them into the building.
Right. So yeah, Bracken would point to wherever the shortest line is and just be like, we need to go there.
All right.
Who has the scroll we were given this morning?
I do, Alavar.
Yes, you should definitely be in the front and be ready to present it to whoever we get to talk to.
Yes.
I imagine if it was given to us by Bundrigo himself, then we should be able to get admittance rather quickly.
I would assume so. I'll make my way. Assuming they're following me, I'll make my way to the shortest line.
Okay. The shortest line is for what appears to be the more common entrance, because it's not all super busy there. The line to go inside with where the turtle and everybody is the longer line. So the shortest line you're going to, and you approach what appears to be a young teller who...
Before we get there, Xylo, would you mind going and standing in that longer line just to reserve our spot in the event that this is the wrong line we need to be in?
You by myself?
Not necessarily. Would anyone like to go with him?
Brick-a-brack can keep you company.
Oh, okay.
I mean, he's not going to ask a lot of questions. Well, just do your best.
I just have to stand there and not move, right?
Just keep up with the line, and if we need you, we'll bring you back over here.
And Brick-a-brack goes behind you and starts to nudge you. It's just a little tiny nudging in your back. It's not even moving you. You just feel like this bump.
Those of you who can see it, there's a slight fear in Xylo's eyes as it's doing this, but he starts moving over to the line, and he stands in the longer line. Kind of just like grabbing the brim of his hat and pulling it down over his face.
Brick-a-brack just lands right on top of the hat and just kind of sits there.
Right. Yes, just in case. So, and then I will continue to make my way up to the to that line.
Okay. A couple people go before you.
Yep.
And then as you take your place as the next in line, the young teller is not even looking up and is just like, "Please state your business, what you need here, and just make it quick. It's been the morning." And it has not even looked up at you.
We were summoned by Bundrigo.
Of course, everybody's summoned by Bundrigo. Can you have papers, please? And you're please. And he looks up at you.
I'll hand him the scroll we were given.
He looks at the scroll and raises an eyebrow, then takes it, breaks the seal, and opens it up, and his eyes get a little bit wider. And then he rolls it back up, and he stands up, and he walks over towards where the long line is, just past, and taps the turtle on the shoulder, who turns and looks at him, and then you see a bunch of pointing over there and holding up the scroll. Tortle takes the scroll, looks at it, nods his head, and then nods at the young teller, and then points over to where all of you are, and then makes a slow "come here" motion.
I motion towards Xylo.
Oh, okay. He starts pattering over to you guys.
I would have held off on that for a second. We might be about to get yelled at.
Well, yeah, you didn't know. You keep doing. You do what you
Yeah.
feel you got to do.
No, we're good. We're good. I'll make my way over.
It's fine. We were personally given this letter. Whatever line we to was the right line.
Yeah, I'm sure. All right. Yes.
What is your business here? And why do you have this?
And he holds up the scroll.
Young man named Thomas gave it to us this morning. Asked us to come at our earliest convenience, which was immediately.
He also ran away from us really fast when he gave it to us, but we were told that might be normal.
That is normal. That boy doesn't slow down for anybody.
And he hands the scroll back over to Alavar.
Head on inside. The master is waiting for you.
Thank you.
And
Thank
as you all go, there's a couple groans of protest from a few people, and the turtle goes and looks over at them, and you just hear all the mumbling stop.
When we're a safe distance inside, like safe enough to where we're not in direct line of sight for them, what does the scroll say?
The scroll itself, when you open it up, just has standard admittance, as a lot of mumbo jumbo. It just with the presenter of this is hereby given permission to enter in upon their liege.
Mm-hmm.
And it has a signature that you can only assume is Bundrigo's. There's a very flourished B with a squiggle, and then the Lea Gallo is very ornate, and it ends with the little symbol of the Paradox Dream cloud.
Is there a certain like ink or anything in that scroll?
Go ahead and make me an investigative check.
Given that I am like Wizard of the Scribes, would I have
yeah.
advantage on
Yep.
this?
Oh.
I will give you advantage on this because you are an Order of the Scribes.
That's cool. Investigation, you said?
Yes, please.
Bracken's reducing the urge to just call back to the crowd and go, "Get good, scrubs."
25.
Yeah, because, why not? At level 2, 25. Why not? Hey, would you like to see the mysteries of the universe while you're at it?
I
you
very
go.
much would. That's what my character's about.
I know.
Ah, yes.
I'm,
This
I'm gonna run
this
to the
ink,
bathroom
this
real
ink was
quick.
manufactured
Go for it.
2 months ago. It was used in a number 2 pen with
my
a size 84 quill.
Not necessarily that, but you do get that the ink itself is unique enough that that's hard to come by. It is actually a mixture of different inks that you would have only found back where you came from in some of the more elite libraries themselves. It's a very unique mixture of blue with flecks of actual silver in it. It's expensive ink.
Okay.
Very expensive ink.
You're about to hate me.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna use my Scribes feature and my Keen Mind feat to recreate this admittance form exactly in my spellbook. And then I will keep that copy hidden from everyone if possible.
One moment.
Because I can replicate ink exactly.
I'm aware Alavar
Mhm.
makes a copy of the.
You gave a legal document to a book wizard.
Yeah.
I didn't make it that like you can go. I didn't give him a cordon blanche. All right, that's not what I gave him. I gave him an admittance scroll.
Was that a fancy way of saying blank check, by the way?
No,
Pretty much.
Oh, okay.
it's
I
just
only-
very,
I only-
very fancy, and we'll see what happens.
I'm not gonna abuse this yet.
I didn't say you will or won't. I'm just the DM has made a note.
Oh,
Yeah.
I've also made a note.
Yeah, I know you made a note. Oh, now I need another drink. Anyways, so that is what it says, and you do make a copy of it,
Yes.
and no one seems the wiser.
Perfect.
You head inside. There is a couple of branching hallways that lead off to. You see individuals running to and fro. Young children, about 9, 10, are running back and forth, fetching things for other individuals. There's a low murmur of noise as people are moving, people taking stuff, the clanking of pen against ink pot, the distinct sound of coins hitting each other, and this is all coming from almost everywhere. You head farther in past all of this, and you approach a large door, and outside of it is 2 guards, one male, one female, and they both have very similar facial features, so one can only assume that they're related somehow. The woman has a large broadsword strapped across her back, and the young man seems to be playing with a set of daggers, flipping them, and they're both leaning up against the wall. And as soon as you all approach, they stop and look at you.
Good morning. Bundrigo summoned us, and we came immediately. Honestly.
Mm-hmm. The woman walks forward. She's about 6'6", and just gets really close to you, and then she kind of takes a smell. She sniffs.
Ooh.
Scroll, please.
I will, rolled up, hand her the scroll.
And she takes it and looks at it, looks at all of you, slowly rolls it back up, and then offers it to you.
I'll take it back.
She doesn't let go of it.
Okay. I won't take it back.
Well, I mean, like you put your hand on it and start to take it, but she doesn't let go. Almost like I'll give this to you. Almost like a dominance thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you're not taking this back. I'm giving it.
Mm-hmm.
First thing in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Are you telling
What?
us to come back?
No. I just don't like being lied. And she lets go, and she turns, and she slowly saunters back, and then goes and raps on the door. And you hear a murmured voice, and she opens it, leans in, and she murmurs a few things. And hears a response, nods her head, and leaves the door open and tilts her head inside. He's waiting.
Great. Pleasure doing business with you. Enjoy your morning.
When we
Yeah,
walk
I
through the
guess
door, is
we'll
he
walk in.
standing? Yeah, when we walk through, is he standing? Bondrigo standing right there?
Bondrigo is behind a desk about 20 feet away from the door.
I'm gonna whisper after the door is shut, to Bracken. When did I lie?
You
What?
said we came here right after getting the letter and we ate breakfast. She knew exactly when we got that scroll.
I came immediately. Oh well, it's neither here nor there, really.
Yes, you have to be very particular with these types. They like their routines and rituals, and that's just part of it. You're not really in trouble. It's not half as bad as my last boss.
As you all enter in, very open room. Large desk in front of you seems to be made out of mahogany with very intricate design work that's reminiscent of what appears to be different stages of trade. From the basics of starting off with handing between two people to towards the end, what looks to be a flourishing town, all carved into the wood of this large desk. Behind the desk is a slender man, halfling, who stands a little over 3 feet. He currently has on dark leathers with some intricate embroidery. His hair has the beginnings of gray in it, so he has brown with shots of silver through it, cut professionally and very well styled. He has brown eyes that, even though he seems to be focusing on things and then he looks up at all of you, seems to be in a happy mood.
That's good to see.
So, I take it that you're all the ones from the Excalibur that came in yesterday.
Yes, I suppose.
We are.
Wonderful. What was that?
I was gonna
There-
say, I think that I don't know. Are there a few of us missing? I actually can't remember. Out of game before I
Technically,
say
there's some
anything.
here.
Technically, you're all there. Just some of you are in the background. Is how I'm having you.
Okay.
You're there when you're not there for the background.
Yeah, just just be like, oh well. I mean, there were the ship, but we were the ones that involved with the incident with the captain.
Yes. So that was my daughter. Mayrana, well, she was a little bit shooken up about the whole thing, and she told me that the passengers that came over defeated whatever they were. She didn't quite get me much. However, talking to the captain, seems as though might have been someone trying to take my family, and that's my little girl. And well, quite frankly, don't mess with my family. So I wanted to thank all of you. I appreciate you coming here so early, and well, and reaches over into a drawer, pulls it out, and starts taking out like a bunch of different sacks and setting them on there. And once he takes what is the equivalent of 7 of them, He takes all of them and he walks over towards each of you and goes, "It's not much, but I like to make sure those that do something nice for me do something nice for them." So, and he hands a pouch to each of you. You each gain yourselves 250 gold pieces.
All right.
And, because my wife was very insistent, a ball of lint.
A ball of lint each or total?
Yep. In each of the bags. Ball of lint.
How big of a ball?
The lint itself looks to be about as big as your thumb. So,
That's a lot of lint.
it's there, but
I feel like if
200?
we open up a thing of money and there's also a pile of lint on top, we are getting like someone took like 2,000 gold out of this and we just left with the change.
but that's what it's the least I could do. And don't spend it all in one place, yeah? And he walks back over to his desk and then goes back to start writing into things.
All right. Should we ask him about any of that, or?
Well, I was going to. I was like, yes, I intended to. I don't know if the rest of you are done here. I had a few more questions.
No, I think I would like to stay for that.
I have something as well.
He pauses what he's doing and he looks up. Something else I can help you with?
I walk forward.
Oh boy.
As a token of future friendship and relations, I would like to bestow a gift.
Oh no.
As I bring out the bottle and I hand him to it.
Amazing.
Don't mind the note. It just causes a slight irritation as I show my wrist, noticing that it's gone. Oh, it's gone now, but I used it on my wrist earlier, and it got really scratchy and irritated, but it's gone now. So it's not that bad, but it's still something to note.
Okay. He reaches over, moves a little closer.
Fume of sorts.
Interesting. He steps back, and you watch as he makes a gesture, and a very faint outline of a hand seems to go over towards where the cork is, and then pops it open. And he waits about 5 seconds. Then he slowly leans forward and smells it. You did this.
Yes, I did.
Could you do it again?
Possibly.
All right. Well, if you happen to make any more of this, then you let my guys downstairs know, and we'll take them off your hands and fancy them up, and maybe make some more gold. But I'll take this, thank you. And he takes it and smells it, and then he dips a finger in it and puts it on himself. And then you watch as he hisses a little bit and he goes, "Yeah, I see what you mean. That's we're gonna have to fix that." And puts the cork back onto it, and then puts it into the drawer. And then pulls out something else, wipes where it was, and you watch as the irritation fades and goes away. And then steeples his hands and looks at the rest of you. So, I got a gift, and I appreciate what you did for me and my family. Is there anything else? I'm a busy man. I've got lots of things to do.
Well, I did have a little bit of an inquiry along those lines. see, this fellow aboard the ship that we dispatched was singularly focused on abducting your daughter, which she's great, by the way. She's very proud of her father. Um, but I was wondering if we could maybe assist in making sure there's not a secondary attempt or anything like that. Um, I also know your guild is rather noted for being crafters. I was inquiring if I might be able to join you, or if you had anything in the works that I could offer my assistance to. I'm a bit of a tinker myself.
Well, joining the guild, we're not taking anybody here right now. We're still settling in here. But commerce and trade, yeah, that we can do. Totally fine with that. I like to make gold. You like to make gold. We have something in common.
Very well then, and I hope you consider me decide to allow more members to join. I would very much be interested to see what you're all working on.
He raises an eyebrow at the exchange, but you don't sense any inclination to give you more if you're asking about what they're doing.
No, he's just offering to.
No,
to help
I
and-
get you. It's just like, hey, like, I'd like to join and see what you guys are doing, hang out, brofist, like, and he's just looking at you like, okay, you gave me a gift. I appreciate it. Good.
Okay. But he doesn't seem too worried about the attackers trying again or anything like that.
Doesn't seem to. I mean, as you were coming in, you saw a lot of the guards. You seen the guard out there. You can only assume that with the individuals that picked up his daughter, with the contingents of guards, that he's fine.
Okay.
Just like she's near enough that nobody's gonna get close to his daughter again. At least that's what he's making sure of, to the best of his ability.
Okay.
I did have a couple of questions. Just two at the moment. We'll see if any more spring up. Would you happen to remember anybody that kind of looked like this? And I'll describe the face of the guy that was leading the attack using my keen mind feat.
Okay.
Because I don't remember ever I had to leave during that first session, but I don't remember getting a description of him. But Alivar saw him.
Okay. Let's see here.
And I actually can't remember. Alivar described to us the stuff you saw
Nope.
with the pendant.
I did not.
Okay.
That's my next question.
Okay.
Gotcha. In regards to your description of the individual,
Mhm.
the only thing that he seems to get interested in is the fact that there was this. I'm assuming you told him about him being the only one, that these shadow things disappeared and the people with him seemed to collapse and fade.
Yeah, I show him the pendant on my neck.
Yeah, I'll spare like gruesome details, but
Yeah.
I'll kind of describe what happened, and mainly I'm trying to figure out if he knows anybody that looked kind of like that, or if that person had any like distinguishing features if he would recognize that as something more important.
He takes all that in, and he leans back, still with his hands steepled.
You guys can hear me, right?
Yes.
Yes,
Mhm.
can.
All right, cool. Just I'm gonna make sure. I do show him the pendant.
Yes.
Steal my
he-
thunder. Give me a
take-
minute.
Yeah, taking all that information in, looking at the pendant, he leans back. Can't say. I see a lot of people. All right, a lot of people. Don't. Seems more of your average person, really. But that, and he points over towards the pendant. That I've been hearing rumors about, and that's making me a little bit sketchy. How much do you know about the Scarlet Maiden?
Would that be similar or different from the Lady of Blood?
They are, what rumor has it, devotees of Lady of Blood. It's really weird, sort of.
You said Scarlet what? Oh, maidens.
Yep. I remembered you guys saying, "Hey, you say it, but can you put it in a chat?" And that's what I did. Um, this again, the rumors that I've heard of, they're very, very vague. But something about following this Lady of Blood, nobody really knows much about her. They just know that Scarlet Maidens are devotees of this being thing. I don't know, but the fact that they're trying to they tried to go after everybody on the Excalibur, especially my daughter. That's I don't know. I'll see if I can look more into it, but I can't promise anything. It's not really my area of expertise. It's more of the fighting and the magic stuff.
Whose expertise would it be? Is there someone around here that we could go to?
I mean, if you want to, you can try and see if you can visit and gain entrance to Arcane Legacy. I mean, Callie might know. If anything about them, more the fighting stuff. That's it's all those big boys and the people that I hire for, protection for my people. That's the Oath of Crimson. That's Riven's boys and girls. But I mean, you might try them if you can. But there's no again. This is rumors. The fact that anybody really even knows much about them is rare.
Alright. If you need any of our assistance, please don't hesitate to reach out to us. And if you do find anything out, if you would please let us know. We are concerned for not only the safety of everyone in this building, but Origin as a whole, and it does seem to be impacting us a little more than I think we'd like at this point. Any information that can keep you as well as us safe would be great for us to know as well.
I can agree. If I find out anything, keep you in mind.
And we'll keep you posted if we find something else as well.
Would you be willing letters of introduction to the other guild leaders, or just something to expedite the process if we were to try to contact them?
He chuckles a little bit and leans forward. The only way that you're going to get any sort of personal, actual face-to-face with them is you either discover something very magical, do something very magical, or some sort of really, really great hunt or quest. that'll bring both of them around. Especially the magic for Tally, and if you want to really talk to Riven, well, he's very much of the people and for the people and protecting them. So he likes to hunt, so it's the only way. I could give you something, but it's not really going to do very much.
Well,
Can anyone join in on these hunts, or is there like a place to go to find, or do we just go out into the wild in hopes we find something?
Oh, did you not see when you came in? There's always quests and different things posted out for those that are looking for either ingredients or help as guards. Normally, Riven's boys take a lot of the guard stuff, but he is kind of expensive. Same with Tally's people. So you can always take a quest like that and go out hunting or guarding people or bringing in something rare enough, maybe during one of your hunts. I'm gonna let you in a little secret. It's all about reputation. The more reputation you got under your belt, the more people are gonna know who you are. The easier it is to open up doors. You know what I'm saying? And he points towards the gold that you all have. Or we all know, gold talks.
Fenja holds up the bag to his ear and is waiting to hear it, listen, or talk.
Well, the advice is appreciated. It's definitely going to get us a head start in meeting these.
Like I said, I'll keep an ear out. If I find something, Thomas knows where you are. And, well, if you find anything interesting, come see me first. I pay better.
If
So did I?
we
Sorry.
do,
Go ahead. Go ahead.
if we do find something better, do we have some scrolls that can get us to the front of the line?
If you find something better, catch Thomas. He'll get it back to me. And then I'll send him back. I have hundreds of people here that all claim they have important stuff. So,
You really should work on enforcing his break periods more often. He seems to be running himself ragged.
Unless,
You'll-
is Thomas like a... Is there lots of Thomases and it's just all the same? We just see the same one, or is there just him?
no, it's not just him. Thomas just... Where you are, Duva's place, that's his normal beat. Different people have different areas of origin that they run around.
Because he just likes running around.
Thank you, good sir. We will take our leave of you and go. Actually, I'm going to go look at the quest board, I say to the group as I start leaving. Oh, I turn and take his hand. I put my hand out to shake it, if that's okay.
He's 20 feet away from you.
Oh,
Make him walk.
I just do the quick, like, ooh, too slow, and I walk away.
Dalsim extend his arm 20 feet across the room.
We're all just sitting there horrified.
Awkward.
Yeah.
So did I get the letter or the scroll back, or did she keep it? I'm fine either way. I just want to know.
She handed it back to you, and then just give me a quick investigative check. Let's see if you still have it.
Okay, hang on. I gotta get over that. I gotta get over that screen. Wait a minute. I have not enough monitors for this. Invest.
Invest.
Proficiency or no, it's proficiency. 25.
Damn.
Where you put it, it has since disappeared, and when you pat where it was, your hand comes away with almost like a dust.
Dang. Oh well. It's a good thing I have a copy of it.
Right, because that won't be suspicious that you have a copy of a scroll that's made to disappear.
You never know.
I can just
Again,
backdate
the
it.
DM knows. Yep.
Yeah, he'll just kind of on his way out, wave back and just, well, give our regards to Marana. Hope she's doing well, and you have a good day too.
And he nods his head a little bit in everybody's direction, and goes back to what he was doing, writing in his notebook, and various different things. So, with that and completing all that, congratulations, everybody! You have reached level 3.
Yay!
Oh ho!
Yay.
It's not always about combat; it's about everybody's interactions and everything doing this. So, everybody is level 3.
Xylo has done nothing and he's level 3. I love this.
You haven't done nothing. You've been here the entire time. A vital
behind-
port.
I'm just hiding behind people being like, don't talk to me, please.
I like it. It's a very unique character trait, and I like it. So,
Yeah.
congrats on level 3. And is there? I know we're on time constraints for one of you, so we have a good 15 minutes left. So, is there some place that or something you all wanted to do? You are now outside. The doors are closed behind you, and the twins are just kind of staring at you.
Well, that was relatively painless. It's definitely have worse interactions, but he seemed all right.
You hear a snort behind you from the male.
Xylo personally, I don't know, didn't know what time to fit this in, but does he know the layout of the Origin Outpost since he's been like kind of like researching and it was sent here by his dad, or is this all new to him as well?
This for your sake, from your dad, it is expanded faster than you know of. You do know of the fact that there were 3 factions sent. You have more rumors and stuff because your stuff was outdated by messaging, and then you took a month to get here. So there has been more growth and more change since then. Like what you remember of like blueprints for the starting stuff is literally a quarter of the size of what it is now. So it's even larger.
Okay, I just wanted to gauge how much Xylo actually knew because the way I wrote his character is like he's been here a little bit, but I guess not.
It's more because of the fact that you all came here. Like you have the knowledge of the basic structure. Like you have a better inclination of getting around the city because you know the base foundation of how it was supposed to be set up, what areas, so you could find things a little bit easier. But knowing pinpoint where they are now is not possible because of the growth. Because it is a settlement and they're growing it and growing it and growing it.
Sure, totally. Okay, I just wanted to double check on that.
No worries. So, what would you like to do?
Yeah, I would like to kind of turn to Poppers and just be like, that potion that you made, if you ever do end up making some more, could you let me borrow some? I have a feeling it might be useful as an abrasive, for like finishing metals or like doing some etchings or something like that. It kind of seemed acidic.
I mean, sure, but I have to put my business first.
Just a little bit.
If I have some extra, for sure.
Do you-
Appreciate it.
test those the
At
potions
the
that
same
you make?
time, like, I don't know. Each time, I don't know what's coming out. I'm going to be completely honest. I, like, whisper that part.
So
Just like, I don't know what I'm doing.
yeah.
I'm just here for a good time, guys. Like I have no idea what's going on.
If I just throw some chemicals together and see what happens. It's different every time.
Oh, like,
Oh, that's funny.
he literally does the exact same thing, but it just comes as something different.
Ah, I see. Well, I mean, where
Like,
do
I
you
don't know what I'm doing wrong. It's just confusing.
If
Yes,
there's no direction, I would suggest we visit the job board. If that's okay with all of you, of course. I don't really know what the plan is here, but getting a good foundation is to putting our name out there would be a good start. It's just a suggestion. You don't have to take it.
It's
I was
a
already
very,
heading that way.
a very good suggestion. We should definitely start establishing ourselves as useful to this town. I was also curious in that orbs that Duva mentioned this morning, something about trapping essences that might be neat to check out.
it sounded like you had to fight something or kill something to get that, though. Would it not be better for us to, well, do that first?
Well, if
I suppose we can
if
ask about it.
If we can, yes, we can look at them. If we can obtain them before going on a job, then
I'm
we
pretty
can-
sure Duja said that you had to obtain an orb first, but the orb could be filled with things that you kill, or some sort of similar line.
Right. So if we can get orbs and then go on a job, we can test them out and see what they do.
What if we take a quest and then go get some of these orbs and then go do it?
I think that's a good idea. We're all walking and talking with Svenja as he's walking towards the nearest job board, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
I figured.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was curious if you thought that pendant that you have might be magical enough to serve as introduction to.
That's what I was going to
Callie.
suggest.
I mean, so far all I know is that it gives you a tattoo when you stare at it too long. I don't know if that's really magical enough to serve the purpose.
It would be worth going and asking about, for sure. I suppose it might not be a bad idea for us to gather a little bit more of a reputation first, but it is something to do when we return.
And also, do you have any specific plans for that shadow gunk that you collected?
Not at the moment. Why?
I was just curious as to why you grabbed it.
I-
Weren't going to do anything with it.
At the moment, I don't necessarily know what I can do with it. That's why I wanted some.
Interesting. You see, as we're walking, and he just like picks up like a piece of like just some kind of metal utensil that's just like sitting idly somewhere. He just like picks it up off the ground or something. And just like, maybe I can use it later.
Just like that.
I guess we just go to the nearest job board and see what's available. DM.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Don't mind me, because while you're doing that, I did not have much.
Let's yeah, I was like, while he's looking, just be like,
Oh no, I have a couple. I'm
Oh,
just
okay.
I'm just adding I'm just adding another one in here. So
just like as we're walking, just also I guess I could be the one to broach the subject. I don't know if it was your intentions or not, but are you all planning to follow me around for a considerable amount of time. You
Well, right now you're all following me, since I'm, at the front.
I was the one that had the letter. You were all following me.
I had nothing better to do.
I was just curious. I mean, we all, so it was kind of a thing. But I mean, is this just a thing now, or
Well, if you don't want it to be, I can go. I mean, it's really not that big of a deal.
I mean, I don't particularly have any aversion to it. I was just curious.
Well, I guess if it's not broke, we shouldn't fix it. Broken.
Yes,
Broke.
having a winged archer does seem to be very beneficial. Regardless of how he views himself, and kind of side eyes Xylo, and just like you're doing great. By
As
the
you
way.
look at Xylo, you can see him like slowly starting to tiptoe away.
Pocket
Just like, I
parakeet.
don't belong here.
Brick-a-brack, pull him back.
Ah.
We missed-
Obviously, he's like not doing much, but like he's so scared of him, and he just follows.
Yeah. It's just like you like put the hat down to hide it, and pulling on the hat, so you're like moving to try to stay hidden under the hat.
We missed my statement. Oh, it's sad.
What'd you say?
You said he was walking away, and I said pocket parakeet.
Oh God!
This is why we can't have nice things.
Oh, that's gonna be what I call him from now on.
Pocket parakeet.
Parket parakeet.
The parket. Oh,
I told him to
jeez.
stay still and called him a parakeet.
Wow.
Oh God! Xylo's accepted this already.
Da. And there we go. So perfect. All right. So, there's a couple on the job board in this area. You do see various small little jobs or like, hey, looking for like basic alchemical ingredients, stuff like this. Pay is 2 silver. Pay is 15 copper. Very basic stuff. And written in, whatever hand of the individual that is requesting it. More of the actual ones that seem to come from the guild are on more stylized paper with the guild seal. You see a couple of the following, which are ranked for. That's actually a good thing. Whoever wants to give me a insight check into the different scratches into and near where the actual quest is posted. Like you're seeing 1 slash, 2 slashes, 3, and then you see them in different colors as well. So I see both Bracken and Alavar want to get an insight. You both with that see that it's almost a ranking system. 1 to 3 seems to be with just regular scratches, almost as though like beginner easy. Then it becomes a different color. So normal, almost looking bronze, 1 to 3 levels. Then from there, what you can see is there's only a couple of them on here. What looks to be silver. These silver, there are 2 of them. And put up at the very top is 1 gold-looking one that has 3 slashes. You're gaining that the challenge rating of these go from 1 to 3, and then they go up in rank.
So, so there's a number of scratches between 1 to 3, 1 being easier, 3 being harder, and then
Correct.
It repeats with bronze, silver, and gold after that, correct?
Correct. At least that's
Okay.
the only colors that you actually see on it. You tell me what you want to take a look at.
What's the gold one and the ones underneath it say?
The gold one is fine filigree, and it's simply titled Ancient Wizard's Tower. The description
I'm
says,
interested.
an odd and ancient-looking tower has been discovered by some scouts. They report that weird sounds and images can be seen at night coming from the interior of the tower. And its difficulty, gold, rank 3. And it says reward, question marks, and 50,000 gold.
Even for a noble like Xylo, he kind of just lets out an audible gasp.
That's the gold,
Interesting.
rank 3.
Is there like a... I should not be asking this question. Is there like a map or something that would indicate direction from the city? The
Nope.
city is called Origin, correct?
Yep.
Okay. Okay. And that was one of the guilds that gave that quest line?
The ones that have the markings on them come from the guild itself.
Okay.
They're open to anyone. That was the gold, the highest ranking that you can see on this one. That's over near the Paradox Dream.
Are they like nailed into the board?
Yep.
Should we... Well,
I think.
go ahead.
This one sounds interesting, but my only fear is the fact that it's been up here for so long that no one's taken it.
Well, we don't know the time it's been up here, do we?
You
Well,
can
you'd think
make
with
a
a reward-
perception check and look at it.
Sure.
With a reward like that, you'd think it would be taken right away.
19. Can I tell just how long this paper has been in the weather?
It's very it's faded from different weather, but it looks as though it's been there for a while.
Well,
Which-
it
sorry.
it was either not taken because people are incapable of finishing it, or it was taken and unsuccessful. Either way, all that really means is there's no one in town capable enough to finish this task.
And you think we are?
Yet.
I didn't say that.
Which
Maybe in time.
which guild posted that one?
The guild itself.
What?
Like this is all coming from the. Are you talking about specific faction?
Yeah.
The specific faction, you see the slashes, and then next to it, you see a scroll.
What was
It's
their...
a sigil of a scroll. So the Arcane Legacy would make sense considering the fact that it was...
Yes, I know. I had to ask.
Jeez, Raspy. Okay, we're not all that smuck and fart. Okay, sometimes we need things explained to us so we can do it right.
I just
know.
wanted to make sure, because you never know. Like, the other one could have found it.
I
Today,
gotcha.
boys, we're hunting a wizard.
Let me start with something a little bit more like this. And you see Xylo holding like a Find My Lost Cat poster.
Well, I mean,
Reward 2 coppers.
realistically, that's not a bad idea. All of these easy to finish ones would ingratiate to the common people of the town. And I mean, in my experience, a lot of places like this are really run by the common people, and you know, all the big movers and shakers just kind of take the credit. So it couldn't hurt to find some kittens and, you know, become beloved by the people.
Okay, so we take all the bottom ones.
Well, we have to have a limit.
Do we? Is there a limit given? Could we not
Doesn't
do as
appear to
many
be.
as we possibly could in a short amount of time? Just to accomplish something?
Doesn't seem to be. Again, you didn't ask anybody. You were just told that the quest board was out there, and you're all looking at it going, oh, 50,000 gold! I could buy cool stuff with that shit.
Basically.
But we can also
Yeah.
die.
Yeah, is
Yeah.
there anybody around?
There's lots of people around. There are, yeah.
I would just like yell out to the nearest passerby and
The
just be like,
masses.
how many of these can we take?
A young woman in clothes very similar to the individual who was originally let you in. She stops and she comes over, looks at the board and looks at all of you and goes, "You want to take more than one?"
I was just curious if if that's allowed.
Nobody says no, but if one group or one person takes more than one, it's kind of frowned upon. Everybody would like to make gold or renown, and if you take them all, then what's for everybody else? It will not ingratiate you to a lot of people.
So
I would say take one as a group or one as an actual individual person. That would be my
Alright, but like,
suggestion.
and
what
how
if we
Thank
all
you.
took one individually, but then we just somehow came together as a group?
You see, that's not how it works, because again, the magic associated with those quests will be made aware to the higher ups, and then that from there goes out to everyone, and the settlement is not as big as you might think, and rumors will fly.
Oh, so they tracked magically then?
Well, you can't take them off there. And she goes over and
That's what I was
she
about to try
tugs
to
on
do.
it, and it doesn't actually come off.
So then, do we report back here when we've completed one?
No, due to the magic, when you complete it, then you will get your reward
Oh,
transported to you.
thank
It's
goodness.
it's something really big to do with magic.
A transport wire, perfect.
Yes, nothing worse than having to go back to the quest giver and turn in your quests.
Exactly.
I mean, I've been there, and traveling back for a week just to get over a couple gold coins is it's not fun.
So then, how
By-
often
by
should
then,
we?
You've leveled up so much that the rewards aren't even good anymore.
Exactly.
So then, how often should we take a new quest if the norm is to leave time for other people to take their own?
I mean, if you complete one, you come back, then you complete another. It's just not.
Don't
It's
do multiple
hard.
at once. Is what you're
Taking
saying.
more than one at one time
Yes.
limits the chance for somebody else to do it. Now, if you do one while you're doing it, then obviously more quests come out, and lots of people have more time to do it. So, if you take it and you complete it, you come back. You have to come back to the quest board to get a new quest.
Understood.
So, the pros and cons of it are you get your reward when you complete the quest, something to do with magic, and then if you want another quest, then you have to come back to the quest board. This isn't the only quest board, by the way. This is just for Paradox Dream.
Is it? Because
Well,
you said
for
another
here now.
quest was posted by the Arcane Legacy.
Oh, that's on all the quest boards. Some people have stuff here for this because it's easier, it's more generalized. But for those that are looking for, personal bodyguards and stuff like that, that's over with, the Oath of Crimson. More stuff for high-level spells or apprentices or seeking stuff like that for magic. That's the Arcane Legacy. But they're all going to show up on the same, if it's posted, it's all going to show up. Like that one's been there. She points to the wizard one. That one's been here as long as I've known, nobody's completed it.
Okay, so you can post a quest. So should we need to post a quest, we can post it on any board, and it'll appear on all of them.
Yes, you would come to a representative like me or associate or at one of the other factions, and then they would take down your request, and then they would put it out, and it would show up on the quest board.
And you look familiar. Are you with the Dreams faction?
Yes, I'm with the Paradox Dream. Yes.
Perfect.
Well, you've been very helpful. May I get your name?
Oh, yes, my name is Celise.
Pleasure to meet you, Celise. I only had one more question, and he kind of like takes he points to the poster that Poppers pointed to earlier, and just be like, "Have you seen this cat running around anywhere?"
she kind of smirks a little bit and just shakes her head. No, I have not.
I had to try.
Excuse
All
me,
right.
that was me.
So
Oh, sorry, Xylo.
That's okay. I don't get it.
So, are we doing one of the smaller ones? Back to the main group, kind of letting her go. Are we doing one of the smaller quests first, or do we want to go out with a bang?
Well, if we are planning on working as a group, it hurt to have a simple field test to see how we all operate together. But if we want to streamline making ourselves known, it also wouldn't hurt to take a more difficult one. It's really just up to everyone. I wouldn't suggest starting with the one that's gold.
Well, at least I can agree with that much. I don't really want to, put myself in that much danger quite yet. I just got here.
How about we start somewhere in the middle and start with a lower bronze? Little higher than bare bones, but not quite top of the barrel yet.
I was going to suggest that we start in the middle.
Are there any bronze, like, 2s?
There are a couple.
Okay. What are some of those? Just
So
basic names.
there, huh?
Just the basic names of them, and we'll judge a book by its cover, you know?
One is titled "My Goods." The other one is "Where Rats."
With a question mark?
Yep.
I love them both.
Are those the two?
We still have other
Those are the
board.
two. Then there is a couple of silvers.
I don't necessarily want to start with a silver. I kind of want to test ourselves first. If we're not going big or going home, then let's start with something that we know we can get done.
Well, I mean, not to be cliche or anything, but if we're just killing rats, that seems a little, like on the nose.
I would be alright with starting with my goods.
I'm okay with
Then
either.
again, we also have the Arcane Legacy and the Oath of Crimson quest boards we can look at as well.
They should all have the same quests on them.
There's specific ones for the different factions. I believe that's what she said.
Yeah, I think it's like you have general quests and then you have faction quests on each board.
But
Is
this
the
is
way
the
I
one for the
understood it.
dreams, and there is a quest from the Arcane Legacy on it. That's why I asked if you post. Remember, I said if I post
Right,
one
it's-
quest on one, it'll appear on
Right.
all of them. And she
Yeah,
said
that-
yes.
That one's
Yep.
that one's just posted in general.
Okay. I mean, we can make our way over and find out.
Sure, yeah, I have all day.
I'm gonna say there's no rush.
What if
DM question. Sorry, go ahead.
what if we just flip a coin and go from there? It
Ah.
sounds like it's either where rat or my goods.
I've got you covered. Bric-a-brac, pick a quest.
And kind of folds his arm and hovers in the air.
Oh, come on. You just fly towards one. Okay.
Use your
well,
impeccable sense of direction to pick a quest, Brickleback.
Oh,
I didn't know what he said. I don't know if I want
Yeah.
to.
I'm not going to translate it. You're just gonna have to learn to listen.
I'm not opposed to that.
It'll take about 3 months for you to learn the basic language.
All right.
So what do you guys do?
Xylo will flip a coin. Heads is my goods. Tails is what was the other one?
Were rats?
Question
Yeah,
mark?
that one. All right, flip a coin. He flips a gold coin in the head and it's tails. We're going to were rats.
Awesome.
Oh,
Although-
good. I could
Although
use
as
some
the
new
coin
materials.
lands, sorry, what was that?
I agree with the rare rats. I could use some new materials.
Can I insight check that? That was weird.
Go for it. Awesome. Give me an insight check into Senya.
Honestly, I could too.
Insight. Here it is.
Are you inside his too?
Nah. 11. Not the greatest.
With an 11, it's entirely up to Savenya what he says, but it is not a high enough DC to trigger any rumors.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not lying. So,
Yeah. No, I
I
didn't think you were.
I mean, I would just say it's vague enough that you don't know what he means. Like, I could be like looking for pelt. Well, so
Yeah.
I mentioned in my description I'm wearing like a lot of like bone trinkets and like pelts and things around me.
Yeah.
So it could just be you think I'm wearing just like I want. Hey, new land, new fit, new chic outfit. I'm gonna be Gucci up in here.
Yeah.
So
I got you. I got you.
I hear Rare Rat Tail is really good at potions.
Adds that spice, you know.
Oh.
So as you all are deciding on this, our camera is going to pull back away from the party, and we are going to be ending tonight's session on that. So once again, congratulations to the party for everybody, both here and not here, air quote,
yay,
for
we leveled
achieving
up.
level 3.
Whoa!
Finding out more about this world that you are in. And I'm curious as to what else you are going to find on this continent that is known as Libros.
Yay!
So thank you, everybody. We'll see you next time.
I will end it here.
Super
That it's
fun.
been very liberating to play on Liberos.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and def it up.
Party.
Thank you all so much for watching. It's been great. It's been grand. I plan to go live tomorrow evening with another stream for the first session of our campaigns on PA. So that is the plan for that. Be on the lookout for that. No raid today. I'm debating it. I don't see anyone that's kind of doing this something similar to what we were doing, so we're just gonna go ahead and leave it as is. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will catch you all later.